Good morning, everybody. Chris 70 here with 70 Investments and co-host of the Good Deeds Note Investing podcast. Today I'm going to talk about what I rank as the second highest fear of note investors. And this one is one I think that's very difficult to overcome. And the reason why is because it's the unknown. And this one is looking at acquiring a note or a contract for deed when you don't know what the inside of the property looks like. So there is a lot of risk involved with that, and there's ways to minimize that risk as well. But I'd say this was probably my biggest fear going in, not knowing what the inside of property was, because having been through this a few times, there's properties out there that can be pretty horrific, and there's others that are, seemingly surprising. You're going to get your mix of both, and it's almost like playing the odds. But a few things that you can do to overcome that. One is look at properties that are occupied. Typically, if the property is occupied, the inside might be in a little better condition. I'd say 95% of times it's in better condition than a vacant property. Second is research websites to see if the house was ever for sale and if there are ever interior pics of the property. Whether it be on Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, those are the main ones people use. But look online, see if there's any pics of the inside that are online. Another is look at the outside of the property. If the outside of a property has gutters falling down, yard is a mess, trash everywhere, most likely if people leave the outside of the house like that, the inside's going to be in pretty rough shape as well. So that's another little note to look up. Secondly is if you do have someone go by, see if they've heard dogs or check on dogs. I've had houses where people have had pit bulls or multiple dogs. A lot of times, dogs can be pretty destructive on homes. I love dogs, they're great animals, but they can also do a lot of damage. So just gotta be careful. Just something to consider. It's not something I would not ever buy a note because they're animals, but it's just, again, something to look at and consider. So those are, I'd say, probably the top things to try and look for or look at to try and improve the your odds that the property might be a little better on the inside. Again, look at the outside, see how it's doing, make sure it's occupied, because once you start getting into vacant homes, those are just such a crapshoot. So hope you enjoyed the video today, and tomorrow we will talk about the number 3 fear of note investors. Thank you all.